Hi everyone, thanks for watching Access Hockey MI. Today we're going to talk about Alex Nedeljkovic, which is one of our favorite goaltenders to talk about and to watch and to have on our team. So he was drafted in 2014 by the Carolina Hurricanes, second round. So very high pick for a goaltender. We've seen, of course, higher, but it's a high pick for a goaltender, and we were very excited to get him with the Red Wings organization. But before we keep going on, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you share the video. We appreciate you guys watching. Today, the topic of the video is going to be more his time in Grand Rapids, because he was sent down for conditioning to Grand Rapids, kind of where we see him belonging, and yeah, that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, I like Ned. Everybody loves Ned. We never want to give Ned back.
Never, but we wish we could clone him.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Remember, don't go too far ahead.
Right. Sorry. So in a nutshell, the 2021-22 season, he spent the whole thing with Detroit, 59 games. He had a .901 save percent average. Starting this season, little rockier start in Detroit. In his 9 games, he had a 4.09 goals against and a .880 save percent. He's been sharing the net with Ville Husso. Husso was doing better, so he got the net. Then we signed Hellberg, and it got all crazy. So he's had a couple games in Grand Rapids so far. He has a 1.63 goals against average and a .950 save percentage. We're very happy with that, and we wish that would be consistent.
We knew it was going to happen because Nedeljkovic has always been one of our favorite goaltenders. Yes. If you know us at all, or if you followed any of our videos, we've watched him since he was with the Charlotte Checkers. Yeah. That's the AHL affiliate of they were the AHL affiliate of the Carolina Hurricanes. Not sure if that's still, because that changes a lot.
Yeah, it does.
But he won a Calder Cup with the Checkers.
Yes.
in the AHL, and we watched that series, and we were so stunned by how talented he was as a goalie and is as a goalie. So to have him come to Detroit, we were like, we know that name. Make him play forever with us because we really enjoy watching him.
Sign him for 10 years.
So the story about him coming down to Grand Rapids, it's really a conditioning stint. It's a long home stretch of games in Grand Rapids right now, and he hasn't been playing a lot in the NHL, and his start was a little rocky. I believe it was like do you remember his record in the NHL?
Yes, it was the .880 save.
Yeah, no, but like his win.
Season. Oh, it was like
we'll put it up here because she didn't write it down.
I didn't write it down.
So we'll put it up here. It was more losses than wins. We'll put it that way. So kind of a rocky start. He needed confidence, and this was a good way. They had sent Magnus Hellberg, who we got. I believe it's a short contract. I think it's only like a year, but he started in Grand Rapids, and then he went to the Red Wings, and then Nedeljkovic went to the Griffins for like conditioning. So that's kind of where we're at now. He's just trying to get his confidence back. He hadn't played in a while, so this is really an ideal situation for him to be playing more. And it's really worked out well for the Griffins so far.
Yeah, and Grand Rapids goaltending has been very rocky this season, very up and down. We've had Brattstrom and Okanura and Hellberg for that short stint, and we just have not been able to find consistency. So when Ned was reassigned, everyone, praised to this guys, but we know we can't keep him. But what we're looking at, like with Ned, his attitude is he's a vet coming in to the locker room. He's 27 years old. He's been in the league forever, in the NHL. He's tons of experience, and so he's kind of the brains of the outfit right now. And he's got a really good attitude about it. He is carrying it with that NHL professionalism, where clearly he does not want to be in the AHL. Who does after so many seasons in the NHL?
Well, the goal is NHL.
Right, the goal is always NHL, but he's carrying a really good attitude about it, where he knows he's got the skill and the ability to be up top. He's proven it time and time again. It's just a fluke, really, I think. It's just he's, like Janae said, he's got to build up that confidence, get his skates back under him, and, hopefully I really hope there's kind of a switch there and he goes back up, and he will. He'll be just fine. But he knows he's carrying it with a professional attitude. He's not coming in all humdrum and just dragging down the locker room attitude.
Yeah, not at all. If anything, he's given the Griffins some confidence. I can't remember. So this last stretch of 3 games that Nedeljkovic has played with the Griffins, he has won 2 games and lost 1 in a shootout. And that is so far a better string than our other goalies have been able to get along, which, like we said, is not surprising. He's an NHL caliber goaltender. He should be in the NHL. He's here conditioning, and it's just great that we get that. One thing that brings to the team is some consistency, is some trust in the goaltending, which then can let the team kind of focus on what they need to do, which is score, defend, offense, all that jazz that comes with hockey. And so it has been great to see Nedeljkovic, but of course, he belongs in the NHL.
Yeah.
I want to see him back with the Red Wings. I want to see him stringing along some wins because he can, because he is a very skilled goaltender. His laterals are amazing. His speed is amazing. His puck play.
How he tracks is just, he's so sharp.
His puck handling, he does more poke checks with a stick than the goalies that we have currently, and I don't know if I'm sure there's other goalies, but that's one thing I've noticed about his game is how into the play he gets. And that just shows he's a very competent goaltender. So we believe, of course, he belongs in NHL. If we could clone him and keep him and also have him up in the Red Wings.
Right. Yeah.
No
one would be any the wiser. We could just put like
for that.
Ned squared or something on the jersey.
Yeah.
But like Janae was kind of leading into is in Grand Rapids, we know he's only here for a short period of time. This is a fantastic opportunity for our existing goaltenders to glean as much as they possibly can off of him.
Yeah.
And, off camera, Janae had mentioned how Bratstrom did so well underneath Calvin Pickard last season, where some players need that extra step above them to pursue, to work towards, to really elevate their own game. So hopefully this is something where our own goaltending can look at this and be like, all right, this is the competition. He's getting increased while he's here. Hands down. There's no questions asked about that one.
And it's important for him, too, because he hadn't played in a while. And he was talking in interviews about the difference between playing in practice and playing an actual game. The intensity is so much more different. So you want to get the game time experience, which he wasn't getting with the Red Wings. But hopefully after he gets some confidence, he'll be getting that.
Shake off the rust a little bit.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, and along with that, too, the whole team, there is so much more confidence in the crease, and it does impact every single player. We've noticed the defensemen, especially Edvinsson and Johansson, really stepping up their defensive game, probably because, maybe even inadvertently, they're not having to worry too much about what's going on in the crease. They can be a little bit more aggressive, and same for our shooters. They're being a lot more aggressive on the plays in these last couple games. So the whole dynamic is completely different. So we need to find a way to take this time with Ned and establish that in our own crease. Yeah. To then encourage that going forward.
Yeah, it is important to note that it's not just goaltending that we're struggling with this year in the Griffins. It is a whole team identity crisis, I would say.
Yeah.
From scoring to defense to goaltending. So this is one piece, and if we can figure out how to clone Ned, if we can figure out how to clone what we learn with Ned being in Grand Rapids, and then we can progress going further. We are pretty far into this season. But if we can start stringing along some wins, getting some of our guys healthy back. Cross Hannes has been back from injury, so that's been really great to see. Hiroshi has been amazing as always. So that we have pieces. We just need, of course, to make that puzzle. And Nedeljkovic being in Grand Rapids has been just great for us to see firsthand. We don't expect him to stay. We don't want him to stay. We want him to be in the NHL because he deserves that. And
I'm furious he's there, but happy at the same time.
You get it. You guys understand. So I guess that's really the story of Alex Nedeljkovic right now. And so let us know in the comments if you've been able to see him play with the Griffins. Let us know what you think about just his ability to play in the NHL, the AHL. What is your opinion on that? Let us know if you've been able to catch any games. And if you have anything that you guys want to hear about, if you've got players that you want to specifically hear about, let us know in the comments. We'd be happy to oblige. And do you have anything else to add?
No, I was just going to say that, I think our subscribers know this about us, but everything that we talk about goes in tandem with development.
Yeah.
And though this is a conditioning assignment for Ned, it's still something we can use to our team's advantage to develop. They really do have to find their identity this season. It's been a huge deal. It's been a rough season, and the locker room, you can feel it. So hopefully this is like a little spark plug. We're not probably going to be the first in our division, but we could be better than last. So,
that's our first step.
Only up from here, boys.
We
love you. We support you.
It's true.
Yeah, there's a lot to learn off of this, and we're seeing just what it looks like to have an NHL caliber goalie, just as far as even the little things. So hopefully it rubs off.
Yeah, that would be amazing. So again, as I said, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.